2, 1. Ahoy, Maloy! Welcome to Talking in Teacups, the serious topic show with not so serious people. We got a special intro for the new guy. I mean, not for the new guy, for our host. I'm Decipher, the voice of the blurs and the man with the words, but our first ever Decipher Gaming Champion, Mr. Steal Your Waifu, and the geek goat himself, it's Elbow Waifu.
Ayo, that's way better, and it's waifu.
Yeah, waifu. I said waifu just now, and I was like, why did I say waifu? Maybe I was thinking this wagyu waifu. Anywho, it's good to be here with you today. However you say it, waifu. No, it's waifu.
It's also good to be here with Sly.
His microphone is broken, so I didn't introduce Sly. So he's just going to be getting it live, listening straight direct. But if you're not listening live straight direct through the Discord, you can check us out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, Threads, TikTok, and more, all at Cypher's Pit Gaming. We have some lovely tiers, and we'd appreciate the support. We love you. Oh, that's for, sorry, I'm multitasking. That is for our Patreon, but if you can't support those, that is perfectly fine because we do it free here on YouTube and Twitch, and we are currently still in the process of testing out that new time slot. We got Sundays at 11. How are you feeling about that time slot, by the way?
It's working pretty good.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm good if you're good. If you're good, I'm good. But you know what else makes me good? A baker's dozen, because if it ain't fresh out the oven or if it's stale, yeah, can't go wrong with the baker's dozen. Now, did you see Avatar 2? Tell me the truth.
I did not see Avatar 2.
I didn't either.
Why would I lie?
I won't sit here and pretend.
Isn't it a 3-hour long movie?
It is 2 hours and some change. And James Cameron is saying that Avatar 3, it's called Fire and Ash, by the way, might not be exactly what fans have wanted. He's issuing a word of caution. He's saying that, the new movie is set to come out, by the way, this year. So now we're doing back to back. We waited 15 years between 1 and 2, but now we're going back to back for 2 and 3. And he's just saying that he's going to make some choices that might surprise those that are accustomed to the style of its predecessors. Now, unless he's making it short, I have no clue what that means, but he's just saying that it's a tricky balance. We could easily get caught up in our own style, and people might think, oh, that's not what I signed up for. But if we don't make daring choices, we're just wasting everybody's time and money. So, again.
True. That is true. I'm fine with that. And I trust Cameron. He usually delivers.
Okay. Trust Cameron. You know who you shouldn't trust? Activision Blizzard for paying out their money because a Warzone, Call of Duty Warzone World Champion is still waiting for their prize money months after winning. So back in 2024, it was the World Series of Warzone in Las Vegas. 40 teams battled fiercely for their share of a $950,000 prize pool. However, even though the tournament has been wrapped up for months now, some winners, just some, have not received their cash prizes. And one of the winners, Andrew Biffle Diaz, is one of those people just left waiting around. And his portion is about he has a portion of the $300,000 top prize, and he revealed that Activision has not yet processed his payment. Pay these people.
Between how many people?
It says between 40 teams, so teams are probably made up of, 2 people? I haven't played Warzone for a while. Maybe you can even go up to 4. Either way, of that money,
300K. So he's looking at 75K?
Maybe. I won't speculate on the dollar amount, but I will say he needs to be paid regardless. Even if it's only $5,000, pay that man, because then you're not putting a lot of faith into your next tournament. People are going to be like, well, I don't want to watch this if the athletes, I think we can call them athletes, if they're not getting paid. Are e-gamers athletes?
No, they're not. But why would I even participate if I'm not going to get paid?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So you're taking away from people wanting to watch your viewership, and you're taking away from people who wants to actually compete. Crazy stuff.
But yeah, they're not athletes, but I would call them competitors because it's a competitive thing, but it's not really a physical. To be an athlete, I feel like it needs to be a physical challenge.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Well, speaking of competition, let's talk Nintendo Switch 2 for a second. The hardware power is reportedly attracting some third-party studios with ambitious AAA projects. Now, I did see some rumors and lies. I'm just calling it a lie right now, saying that Grand Theft Auto 6 is rumored to be released for the Switch 2. Let's stop. Let's stop right there. That's not gonna happen. If Grand Theft Auto 5 never came to the Switch, what makes you think Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming to the Switch? It's just too much, too powerful, too strong. It's not. It's not happening. What do you think? Odds of that happening or what?
Uh, Probably pretty low. I won't say that they're zero, just because you get paid.
Well,
Um,
they all right. So there's a couple games that made the jump over to the Switch. Mortal Kombat was it 11, and that game looked trash on the Switch. It looked like I
it
don't know
looked
a cell phone game. It
it
was open.
looked so bad. It looked horrible. I mean, it might as well have been playing the PlayStation 1.
Yeah,
Like, I feel
and
like I was at an arcade playing Mortal Kombat 2 or Mortal Kombat 3. It was bad.
that was just a fighting game, left, right. Little background moving around. We talking about Grand Theft Auto 6, a fully open world game. Not again, they didn't
How
even run
powerful
Grand
is
Theft Auto 5.
they were saying that the Switch 2 is pretty powerful.
No, the Switch 2 is going to be about as powerful as a PS4.
That's not bad.
That's not enough to run GTA 6. They might run GTA 5, which, still is not on the Switch 1, but it's not running GTA 6. If I had to give it a percentage chance just to keep myself safe, I'll give it 0.1%. 0.1% of it coming to
I would
Switch
call
2.
it I would call it a 5% chance, because even if it looks really terrible, but they sell millions of copies, they don't care.
Yeah, you're so true. As long as they get the money. And speaking of
Yeah.
people wanting the money, I forgot to switch to Switch 2. And speaking of people wanting the money, let's talk Netflix. Netflix wants some more money from you. Do you have an active Netflix subscription? Well, guess what? It went up a couple bucks. So if you're on the standard plan, it went up $2.50 from $15.49 to $17.99. Let's think you want the cheapest plan. You wanted the ads, or you didn't want the ads, but you dealt with the ads. They were $6.99. You were like, all right, I can deal with that. Nope, sucker. It went up by $1. Now $7.99. Wow, 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 wow. And also, if you're
Streamers,
on, what'd you say?
they're way worse. They're I won't say they're worse than cable companies, but they're just as bad as the cable companies ever.
Yeah, no. If it was only Netflix, we still would have got here somehow. But it got here faster because Netflix had competition from who was after Netflix, like directly. Was it Hulu?
Hulu,
Yeah, Hulu.
Hulu.
And then HBO Max, or it was called something else. I'm sure HBO something. I don't even know anymore. It was
Well,
just
it was
Max right
called
now.
HBO
Yeah,
Max. It was called HBO Max, but I feel like it was something else.
it was
A couple
something
of them
else.
like came up and then they died.
Oh yeah,
And then all these companies who have material like NBC
Paramount,
and Disney, they start
Peacock. Yep.
making those.
No,
The Peacock is
Paramount.
just NBC.
Yeah, they didn't need to make one. They could have distributed their stuff on Hulu. They could have distributed their stuff on Netflix, but everybody wanted to get a little slice of the pie, starting off at whatever. I don't know what they started. Let's say $5.99, and then secretly work their way up to the $6.99, $7.99. This is crazy. Because now, if you add them all up, like just to say you're the type of person who just needs to have all of them active at one time. Because honestly, you should switch. You're gonna watch Netflix for a month, pay for that, watch it for a month, but that's too much work. So I get it. Nobody's gonna want to do that. But let's just say you have those all active at one time. Your Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, yada yada. You're costing more than cable,
Yep. At this point,
especially if you do the live stuff. Because I don't know if any of those I mentioned have no. Hulu has live TV. And I don't know about Netflix, but Hulu has live TV that costs more than a regular Hulu plan for just the on-demand streaming. And then if you let's just pretend, say you want YouTube TV, because YouTube I know has NFL, so for all my NFL fans, you paying like a lot, just a lot.
I just do NFL Plus.
Exactly.
And now I got to pay for NFL Plus, but I only do it during the football season at least.
Yeah, absolutely. Make sure you turn off those subscriptions that you're not using. But speaking of turning
Yep.
things off, Dino Crisis spiritual successor Code Violet is going to be turning off their PC edition. They're not even making a PC edition. They said they're a small studio anyway. I don't know why they tried to cap, but here's what they said. They don't want to make a PC version of their game to avoid vulgar PC modding. So they just want to keep their voice actors, integrity safe the game's integrity. This is
Voice
Team
actors.
Kill Media. Yeah. So as you can see, there's a female voice actor and there's a male voice actor, and they feel as though if they brought their game to PC, which from reading this whole article, it seems like that was never even in the plans. Like they're a small studio, couldn't even afford to do it. But let's just play with them along, and they're saying that we're not bringing it to PC because we just want to avoid vulgar mods. They don't want their platform to be susceptible to pornographic mods that would compromise the game's integrity.
Yeah, I mean, let people do what they want to do. Why not? Why can't it?
Yeah, for me, that's a little weird. That's what I'm saying. I feel like that's just cap. I feel like that's just them saying, "Damn, we don't have the budget right now to bring this over to PC," which is weird because aren't games made on PCs? I'm pretty sure they are, but let's just whatever. Yeah, it's a PlayStation exclusive as far as what I read, and I'm like, okay, if just say you're a PlayStation exclusive, you don't gotta try to get brownie points for saying, yeah, we don't want vulgar PC modding. I don't think that landed as well as they thought it was going to.
I mean, who gives a crap? The voice actors don't give a crap. They already got paid.
Well, that's not true because the actor that plays Trevor, Stephen Ogg, he cares. He doesn't like being a cartoon character, as he calls it. He didn't call it a video game character. He said, "I don't like being a cartoon character. I'm a real person."
Guess what? He's paid. That's what he is. Get out of here.
He's probably not paid that much. I think if we go back to even further, GTA 4, the voice actor that played Nico Bellic, he wasn't paid that much either. He still had to do a whole bunch of conventions to get some money.
It was even odd. That role got him the role on The Walking Dead.
Yeah, and hopefully he had a good agent and got him paid.
Yeah, that's like broadened his horizons to go into other things. Plus, they probably go to conventions. And remember, I saw them all together, like at a convention.
Yep. The guy that plays Michael Ned Luke, he goes to the conventions. He's riding his 15 minutes of fame. He's perfectly happy with being called Michael. He's like, I don't be tripping over it. Now, my other friend, man, don't you dare call him Trevor, because he'll let you know I am not that character. All right, in our last news story, Sega is launching a new account system. This time it's not going to be forced like how PlayStation's account system is. So this is for PC games. It's going to come with some benefits. So if you sign up for their Sega account, you might get some extra skins. It's starting off with the new Yakuza game coming out, Pirates Yakuza in Hawaii. So that's good for Sega, and that's good for fans who want to share their data. Because in the land of data, where data's gold, we got to get your data somehow. So instead of forcing it upon you, why not make it teased with a pirate hat or something?
They're gonna buy my data.
Yeah, pretty much. We're gonna buy it with skins, little digital hats and such. All right, I got a dad joke for you. My son showed me an acorn and asked me what it was. I said, it's a tree in a nutshell. I think you should have saw the image. Wait till you watch the podcast back and you see the image. You'll get it. You'll be right there with me. All right. We both saw, topic number 1, we both saw a horror movie this month for Valentine's Day, and that was Hard Eyes. Did we see it together? Maybe. I'll leave that for the commenters to figure out. But let's talk about Hard Eyes.
He was my Valentine.
Let's talk about Hard Eyes and what this means for the horror landscape. First impressions, what did you think of it?
So I liked it. I thought it was a bunch of fun. Not a great plot, but great characters, and the actors crushed it. And what was I about to say? Oh yeah, it's exactly what I was expecting this movie to be.
Yeah, I think straight from the jump, it was good that it wasted no time. We'll save spoilers, so I'll just keep it as vague as that, because the opening scene I thought was going to be just, maybe mushy, boring, but then it was like, okay, we're right to it, let's do it. So I like that it respected my time, and the dialogue was funny, but it was like cliche, so I was like, okay, this feels like
they knew what they knew exactly.
Movie, but Scream, feel like Scream or something.
Yeah, like urban. I was telling Vicky that it just reminded me of like urban legend and like that early slasher feel. Yeah. They knew exactly who their audience was, and they delivered.
And that's what I like. Respect your audience. And even I don't know who exactly the core audience for that was, but it felt like it was for me because I loved the little funny joke. I'll get into a light spoiler. Two detectives came to interview someone, and they were like, "Oh, I'm something something. I'm Clint Hobbs, and this is my partner Brett Shaw." And the girl's like, "Hobbs and Shaw? You mean like the movie?" And one of the actresses that's in that scene is from the actual Fast and Furious movie. They would looked at each other like, never saw it. I was like, see, this the funny, like, stupid stuff that I like in movies. Just have fun. Don't be all serious. This was great. I
Yeah.
love that.
I remember they were interviewing people like so the Hard Eyes Killer is like on the loose, so the news is like interviewing people, and they're just like, no, Hard Eyes only kill straight couples. We good. Like it's just little stuff in the background that they're shouting, and it just made a fun watch.
Yeah. Now I will say the city it suffered from we're in Seattle, I believe. It suffered from the same
Yeah,
problem as Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, where there was a lot of empty sets and empty cities. And not to nitpick, because one of my takeaways from most movies is if you start looking for logic, you're losing the fun. So don't look for logic. But when they went to, well, I guess the drive-in, a little light spoiler, sorry. When they went to the drive-in, that kind of had some people in there. But when they were running through the city, I don't know Seattle, but if it's anything like Philly, there should be some more people walking around, running around. It just felt like they had a nice, clean, empty, sanitized set for them to run around, run through. And I'm like, why is there no
yeah.
other people?
Well, what they were doing, they were trying to. Well, again, if we're heading into light spoilers, let's tell people.
Yeah, light spoilers ahead.
Um,
Just full
be,
spoilers ahead, please. Just skip. Be careful.
so no, light. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything too spoiler. But they were trying to avoid people because the killer was after them specifically. Everybody who they would come across would be in danger. And remember, they made the mistake of going to a populated area later in the movie. And they're like, "Crap! You realize what we just did?"
Hilarious. Yep. And I
So
love
yeah,
how they just
that's
acknowledged
why
that
the
it
rest
was
of
like
I
F.
think they were purposefully trying to avoid people.
That's not even really the scene I wanted to say. It's just because I didn't want to talk about spoilers. But again, I'm gonna drift a bit more into spoilers. The most egregious scene that made me feel that way was when they were in the police station, and I'm like, look, man, it's no way there's only 3 people in a
So
police
they also
station.
kind of addressed that, but I thought it was a lazy way to just have this be a setting in your movie
How did they address
because
it by saying
they
all the cops were out looking for hard eyes at the time?
no they thought that they caught him, remember, so they were all celebrating, they were like drinking because remember as soon as they caught him they're like, oh yeah, we got him, Seattle PD, let's go Seattle PD, so they were
Oh
all out
yeah,
celebrating.
yeah. And again, it's funny and just fun and unrealistic, but it's still fun. But it's like there would still be some desk
They just wanted
jockeys. Yeah,
Yeah, they just wanted that to be a setting in their movie. I'm fine with it. I'm not gonna think too hard about it. Like if you're thinking too hard about it, you're in the wrong movie
exactly. Like I
already.
said, as
So
long as you don't go looking for logic, you will find entertainment. It did have some gore. I was like, okay, let's get that gore, crazy stuff, and
okay,
I'm happy about
Evans,
that.
what was your favorite kill?
I don't think I have a favorite kill. That's a great question. I mean, the one that started the movie where the wife died. That
Oh yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah. That was a good one. That
whoa,
was a
that was
good
like
one.
that joint made me like a little uncomfortable because it was like, when's the camera going to pan away? Because I didn't really look up if it was PG-13 or not, so I always like to go in a bit surprised, and it didn't pan away. It just showed her just get and boy oh boy.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much, but the scene where um, Mason Gooding he uses like a one of the implements, the killer's own implements on him on his face area.
Yeah, that joint's nasty too.
That was crazy.
Yeah. So as far as horror movie goes, what this doing is showing that you don't need Ghostface just to make a horror movie like that. Because this was Scream. This felt like a Scream movie. I mean, they got the calling thing. I forgot what it said. Roses are red, violets are blue. I see you, peekaboo, bitch. So I'm like, yo, you stealing everything
So
from Scream. So this is showing me we don't need Sydney. We don't need the new 2 girls, Jenna Ortega and the other girls. Like the studio, I'm sure this is the same studio. They were like, look, I need you to make a Scream movie, but you can't use none of the Scream stuff that's owned by Wes Craven or
So
whoever.
as a horror fan, I like new horror is good. Like vampires are cool again with Nosferatu and Salem's Lot. Like And you saw the trailer for the new Sinners movie with Michael B. Jordan.
Yep, and I'm a little bit mad that the second trailer. I had to walk away. Yes, and I'm a little bit mad that the second trailer spoils the twist. I mean, maybe that's the whole premise of the movie, but I didn't like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gone to see it. I wouldn't have gone to see it otherwise.
Oh, see, no, I would have. I like Michael B. Jordan, and I like the director. His name is Don't worry about it right now. But we already know the director. Same director for Black Panther. Can't think of his name for some reason.
And yeah, you know, Haley Stanfield's sexy. Josh Allen is lucky.
But yeah, I already knew, but I didn't want to see it in the trailer of who, because the whole trick of it is I didn't want to know that. I don't want to spoil the movie, but a certain person that was in the trailer was revealed to be the monster, and I was like, I didn't want to know that. I wanted it to be like a is she, is they, are they kind of situation. So I didn't really like the second trailer.
I was fine with it.
No, the second trailer messed me up. Speaking of trailers, this has nothing to do with this podcast, but if we did squeeze in time to talk about Captain America, the trailers, again, that's my next gripe. The trailers, the marketing team is, they don't, I feel like you don't have confidence in your movie if you're spoiling too much stuff in your trailers. That's all I'm gonna say.
Some of these trailers, so me and Vicky usually get to the movies early, and I feel like some of these trailers tell you the whole story.
Yeah, and that's too much hand holding. That's too much hand holding.
You seen Novocaine?
Which one? Oh, Novocaine? Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I know the whole story.
You do know the whole story, and it shows that they don't have confidence. Now, the first trailer for... I didn't see Companion. That also came out around the same time as Hard Eyes, and also Love Hurts. I didn't see those two. I will try to see those two, but I have not yet. Companion, the first trailer, or I guess it was a teaser, where you just see the girl holding her hand above the fire. I was like, yo, what is this? Mind control? That's my first thing it went to. Then seeing the other trailers... I'm going to spoil that movie. I haven't seen, but I'm going to spoil based on the trailers. The other trailers show her changing her power settings, because I guess the guy, she's a sex robot. Yeah, because they say, oh, you did something with your sex robot, you brought her to a murder scene. Again, I don't know the story, but I'm assuming somebody commits a robbery / murder, and the guy brings his sex robot along because he's a power trip guy. That's the same guy from Novocaine, Dennis Quaid. Is it Dennis Quaid? That's the son? Whatever, doesn't matter. And she's like,
yeah, Randy Quaid's the dad.
Yeah, and he's like, oh yeah.
Oh, Randy Quaid. No, Dennis Quaid's the dad. What's this guy's name?
Oh, Jack Quaid. Yeah, so she gets
Randy Quaid is somebody different from Independence Day, the guy who flies the plane into the.
That's got to be his cousin. That's got to be his uncle or something. Yeah. That's got to be his uncle. They got to be.
I don't think so.
Really? Damn. Thought we had some good nepotism.
He's from what the heck do you call it? Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
Or Hard Rain.
He's in all those. Van Watt Lampoon. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the girl gets a hold of his smartphone, and she turns her intelligence setting up, and then I guess she kills them instead. Again, I don't know the movie, but that's the gist of it from the second trailer, and I'm like, oh, I wish I hadn't saw that. I was already hooked on the first trailer. Like, tease me. Don't show me everything, but I get it. The marketing team has to say, hey, how can we get the other people hooked? Because some people are just going to see it regardless. Some people need to see a little bit more. So that's my problem with Sinners 2 trailer.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I probably would have seen that movie even if I didn't see the part you're talking about.
Yeah, because the first trailer was just showing like, hey, it's two brothers. You barely see that they was twins in the first trailer, and it's like, I just came home from war, and there's these racist people outside, and you're like, all right, bet, what's going on? I like Michael B. Jordan. Let's see what's going on here. But then it kind of seemed like it's something else going on, so I want to see this movie to find out. Like I tell you,
so I'm fine with them showing that they are vampires.
Okay. But even if it didn't tell me they were vampires, I knew it was some kind of horror element, and I could have swore it was going to be supernatural, because it was something like in the first trailer they said, you dance with the devil and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, bet. So it was either going to be supernatural or something, so let's do it. But I get it. They had to do it for people who weren't hooked by the first trailer, and it just, for me, feels like they showed too much. With the Wolfman, I just saw the Wolfman. That movie to me was kind of boring. I said I enjoyed it, but then as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, it wasn't enough scenes of the Wolfman, but the trailers made it seem like it was going to be a lot of the Wolfman, and that's a good trailer because it teased me, and then it didn't deliver. You should deliver.
Are you fine with it? Yeah, I was about to say, because Captain America did the same with Red Hulk, right? And he's not in it that long.
Yeah. Spoilers, but yeah. And I would like a tease. I don't want. Well, the problem with Captain America, spoilers, is that the fact that you just said Red Hulk's not in it. Don't even tease it. That's supposed to be a third act twist. This movie, Captain America, is a political thriller, with the twist being that, that person's in the movie, you shouldn't even have showed them on the marketing, because showing them on the marketing tells me that they're in the movie for a substantial part of, more runtime. They're not. Why'd you do that? You did that because you didn't have confidence in the movie.
Yeah,
And the movie's fine. The movie holds your hand, like we said with the dialogue. So in Hard Eyes, the dialogue is funny and cliche. And this movie, Captain America, the dialogue is more like, I got to do some exposition. And if you watched a bunch of movies, you're going to be like, oh, why are you doing exposition? But I get why it's there. It's for the people who weren't paying attention to the TV show and other shit. They got to do exposition.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
yeah,
so
because
you got
they
the
don't
shield
want
from Captain America?
Yeah.
I got the shield from Captain America. Oh, man, you became Captain America on the side? Yeah, I became Captain America on the side. Like, I get it. And it's some people's going to be like, why is he explaining all
they
that?
don't want, if you're a big Marvel fan, you watch everything. But
yeah, so you already know and you're annoyed. But if you a casual fan,
required reading, you don't want to have required reading to go in and enjoy the movie.
Exactly. So I wasn't mad with the exposition. Everybody was like, oh, it's exposition heavy. And why are we explaining? Because there's characters in there that's from the Hulk series. Again, trying not to spoil too much. So they had to explain, oh, this person's from da-da-da-da-da. Like, they got to explain it for people who don't watch that, all the movies. But Hard Eyes was really good, and I think it's, kind of scary, because now it's like we can just replace Scream, and we can do every Valentine's, well, maybe every other. I think it takes 2 years to make a movie, so every other Valentine's Day is going to be a new Hard Eyes. What you thinking?
I'd be fine with that.
With a different killer, obviously, each time. Like, Ghostface was a different killer, is always a different person. Maybe we bring back the girl and the guy. They're like the quote-unquote Sydney.
Yeah, bring them back. And then have people, because remember she had like a fan. Wait.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to say too much.
Gotcha. But so I believe they're both in marketing, or no, one person left to be a doctor. But you can move to a different setting. So if you're like, oh, I don't want to be stuck in Seattle, guess what? One guy at least is in marketing.
He traveled.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm about to say. He traveled.
Maybe she goes to surprise him, goes to meet him, surprise him, and then boom, like
in a new city with new kills. So this is going to be good. For the horror genre. 2020's got some good horror movies. I got some recommendations as we come into topic number 4, but let's go into our rant segment. Let's sip some tea. What do you have as a rant for this week, Elbow?
Man, you already know what I got for a rant. What was my rant every other week?
Go Birds. So you talking about the parade?
Oh man, we were out there. Not the parade, the day they won, Sunday night. Man, it was chaos. It was craziness. But yeah, they played a great game, blew out the baby goat, and it wasn't even a close game, and that's the way I like it. We were celebrating by halftime. We were already celebrating.
Did you feel bad for Patrick Mahomes, because they kept showing?
No, he has a $500 million.
They kept showing his face on the camera every time.
I hate to always say this, but I don't feel bad for people with money. They got $500 million. I don't give a crap if he got literally spanked with his butt on live TV. I will not feel bad for a man with $500 million.
Well, why the cameraman kept doing him so dirty? They were showing his face like every time the Eagles scored. Oh my goodness, it was crazy. A good game.
Yeah,
that's a good game. Not because it was competitive, but because it was just a complete domination, and my team that I was rooting for won.
Yeah. Did you watch? Or were you watching it?
I was watching it Shantae grandma's house. So I was watching it in North Philly. So I got to see, because I had to drive past Broad Street to get home, I got to see some of the mess. And people were honking their horns. It's like, brr, brr. Like everybody was honking their horns. People was walking in the street. It's like, yo, I gotta make sure I don't run nobody over. Good stuff. Good times. Super Bowl champions. Super Bowl 59 champions. Shout out to the Eagles.
89.
Yeah. All right, so my rant. I need Lowe's. Yeah. Home improvement company. I need them to come to the front of the congregation. Lowe's, here's my issue with you. So I went there to buy a stove, and their POS system is a POS system.
The POS?
Yeah, it's a POS. And they tried to hide the text. So at first, when the lady was ordering the thing for me. Actually, I had to get two things, paint and that. So this is how I experienced it twice and came up with this thing. When the lady was ordering the stove, she told me one price, and then they added on all these fees. So the stove has a delivery fee. All right, cool, whatever. Then an installment fee. All right, cool, whatever. But then you gotta pay the hookup fee. Okay, excuse me, what's that? Oh, that's for us to hook it up. How is that not the same as installation? What am I paying an installation fee for and a gas hookup fee? Because if it was an electric stove or range as it's called, they would just plug it in. That's your installation. But to hook it up from the yellow line, the gas line, that's an extra fee on top of the installation. I'm like, that don't make no sense. Then she said, oh, you got to buy a new yellow line too. And I'm like, what? I was like, okay, how much is it? It's $29.99. I'm like, what? How come I gotta buy a new one? They said, yeah, because we don't know if the old one's been there for so long, blah blah blah. That part I was cool with, because I was like, I wanted a new one anyway, I guess. But the hookup fee was just where I drew the line at. So let's start over. We got the stove, the taxes. That's fine. You gotta pay your taxes. Delivery. All right, that's fine. I want it delivered. Installation. All right, that's fine. I want it installed. The part. I want the part on there too. Then I gotta pay to hook up the part. This is crazy. That's so disrespectful. And then at the end. She quoted me all that. The price still went up. So actually, I didn't even say the taxes. The taxes were all the way at the end. So that's really both of our fault for not paying attention. But that was what the issue with the POS was. And she was confused why the price changed from what she quoted me to a different price. I'm assuming that was taxes. Because when I went to go buy paint and I first scanned it, it was telling me one price. And then after I put in it would ask you like, hey, do you want to put your email in for rewards and stuff like that? It'd give you a different price. I'm like, okay. You hiding and you can't look at it. So usually on those touchscreen self-checkout thingies, you can see what the price breakdown is. Like, it's all this plus taxes. That was my other issue. On her computer, when she was doing the ordering thing, she couldn't see what that cost was. So that's why I didn't even notice it was the taxes. And then when I checked out, I couldn't see what that cost was. I just see that the price changed, and you can't look at what changed about it. So Lowe's, your POS is a piece of shit. Almost didn't want to cuss, but I had to get it out. I don't like your POS, Lowe's, and it's very deceptive how you're trying to hide what my charges are. I don't like that. I know you like that, but I don't like that. That's it. That's my rant.
Yeah, that's a scheme.
Yep. All right. Topic number 2. We're going to go back into that my rant was scary, but let's talk about something even more scarier. If you had to fight or flee, because you can choose, who would you rather run from or face against? The clown from Terrifier, Hard Eyes, or Ghostface?
Art the Clown.
Art the Clown. Thank you.
No. Oh, do it. Yeah, I thought I meant Art the Clown. No, I did not mean Art the Clown.
Art the Clown is the clown from Terrifier.
Yeah, so
I just didn't get the name right. That was my fault.
So Art the Clown is out. He's out. He's supernatural. Everybody else is just a human. So yeah, he's totally out.
That shows my inexperience with the genre. I haven't watched the Terrifier movie, so I did not know he was supernatural. I only saw Terrifier 2 in the beginning, and the laundromat turned that movie off. I was like, oh, hell no.
So I would say, yeah, Ghostface, Hard Eyes are humans. Hard Eyes would get the hell away. Can I pick which Ghostface?
No, it's a cross amalgamation between all of them. So whichever skills that each of them possessed, you get the max abilities of each one. So if one of them was secretly a cop, yeah, like if one of them was secretly a cop, you get bulletproof vest. If one of them was secretly the athlete, I don't remember if any of them was an athlete, you get the all good stamina. They're still human, by the way. They're still human, so there's no headshot protection. Yeah, and I don't believe Ghostface ever survived. I don't think Ghostface ever survived the headshot. I don't think they shot for the head. They always shoot for the chest.
No. They say that always aim for they always once they're on the ground, they always shoot them in the head for a double tap.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's got maxed out abilities. I'm going Hard Eyes.
Hard Eyes, yeah. Especially because I said maxed out abilities. Hard Eyes is your safest bet. But now, I feel like I gotta make it harder. Ghostface gets 2 copies because there's always 2. Well, there's usually always 2, and Hard Eyes gets 2. So now, does this change anything?
No, I always assume that there will be 2 and 2.
He said, I always assume there's gonna be 2 and 2. That should make up for the supernatural element that Art the Clown brings to the table. Probably not. I don't know.
Oh, no. Still not even.
So what does Art? So you probably can't even kill Art the Clown. So yeah, I don't think I'm with that.
You can't kill. I mean, you can kill him, but it really only buys you time. He's gonna come back and get you.
Oh hell no! And that mask, I shared my screen on Discord. That mask is crazy. Like of all the
So
scary,
Art the
yeah.
Clown has a bag full of weapons, just like saws and knives and guns. Like, so he's like fully prepared for situations. Not only that, you can't really kill him. He's not like a normal human.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Although
No,
the only
take
thing
art
that's
out. Yeah,
against him,
take art out.
yeah, the only thing that's against him is that he's by himself, which doesn't really matter. Is if you kill him, he's just gonna be back in like a couple of weeks to kill everybody who's around you,
Now
and
Hard
then
Eyes though,
stay
Hard Eyes
around.
can get you if you run because Hard Eyes has long range abilities that Ghostface does
So
not
do
have. Does
I.
that change you? He said, "So do I." So that doesn't change
So
your decision,
yeah,
right?
no, I would say that Ghostface, he has too many iterations, man. He has too many iterations, and some of them are badasses.
Fair enough. All right, let's go into what's next. A little ad time. Oh, we got a little cipher saying hi. Hey listeners, here's something fun. I've hidden a secret giveaway code in one of my recent videos. Think you can find it? The prize is most certainly not worth the hunt. For all those details on how to find it, check out my post on my community tab. And don't miss your chance to grab this crappy giveaway. Happy hunting and good luck. Alright, so let's do Guess the Movie. So folks, if you haven't watched this before, Guess the Movie is where I completely give trivia questions. Well, actually, I do more trolling than that, but we're going to just do trivia questions for today. I'm just getting this full screen, and I got a little cipher here climbing over me. Share screen. Bam. Here we go. So we're going to do Guess the Horror Film. Or I guess it's going to be slasher films. Yeah, slasher films.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
Alright, so most people question number 1, and it's 15. Most people remember Leatherface, the scary man who wore his victim's skin as a mask while chasing people down with a chainsaw. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But many forgot that he did not live alone. How many other people lived with him?
So that whole town was kind of inbred, but you're talking about people who live in that like ranch house that he
Just in
lived
the
at.
yeah, just in the house with them, and golly, the whole town was inbred.
Three.
3. All
Yep.
right, correct. That came out correct. Good stuff. He knows his horror. He's starting off good. In the movie Scream, another classic Wes Craven slasher film, which of the following was not one of Randy's rules on how to successfully survive a horror movie? Can you see
You don't know
these?
the
Or do you want me
rules?
to, you want me to read these to you? Or
Okay,
you can see them?
rule number one, you can never have sex. Rule number two, you don't drink and do drugs. And rule number three, you never say you'll be right back because you won't be back. You'll be dead.
So that leaves us with you will not survive if you run upstairs. We taking that one?
Yeah, that's what Nev Campbell says when she's on the phone with the killer. That's not one of Randy's rules, but that is the correct answer.
That was the correct answer. All right, he's starting off good, getting too cocky. Here we go. Let's talk about which 90s teen heartthrob had minor roles in Scream 2 and I Know What You Did Last Summer, in which her character was killed off in both films.
That is Sarah Michelle Gellar, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Correct? Oh, he's on a roll. This one, he knows his horror. He knows the slashers. In Friday the 13th, Part 1, who was this slasher movie series' first victim?
Villain. Pamela Voorhees.
Oh, villain, sorry. Pamela Voorhees. That's correct. During the 1980 slasher movie Prom Night, what do the children say while playing hide and seek in the abandoned school?
Killers are coming. Killers are coming. Killers are coming.
Correct again. Yo, hold up. If he goes for the all of them right, this has been a while since he got them all right in a row. Let's see. All right.
What was touching right now, right?
Yeah. What was the name of the summer camp and sleepaway camp? If you have seen this film, this should be easy. Well, I haven't seen this film, so let's go.
Shoot. I haven't seen Sleepaway Camp in like 5 years.
I haven't seen that ever.
I'm gonna go. Crap.
Crap. So the closest thing to crap I
I'm gonna
got is
go
chip away. Chip away.
crap. I don't think I'm gonna get this one right. I think this was my first wrong answer. Can I go Camp Arawak?
Are you sure?
No, I'm not.
And I'm not asking you because I know, because I have no idea. So let's go Camp Arawak. That was correct. God damn.
Oh,
All
let's
right.
go.
What slasher film icon has inhuman strength and uncanny resiliency as a result of an ancient druid curse that was cast upon him? I actually know this
So
one.
that's Michael Myers.
Okay, yeah, I know that
But
one too.
yeah, you don't get like you really don't get that unless
Till
you're in the
way
worst
later.
timeline. Yeah, that's the worst timeline.
But that's the one with Paul Rudd too.
Yeah, that's one with Paul Rudd. That's like Halloween 6, and it's what's it called? Like the what
The
the
end.
heck is it called?
The last one,
No, no,
we
no.
think.
It's called like the cult of something. The cult of Thorn. Cult of Thorn. Cult of Thorn.
All right. During the original slasher horror movie Black Christmas, how many times does the killer call? I don't know this
How many
either.
times does the killer call? I don't know that.
Why
Who
is
the heck knows?
why is these killers always calling their victims? They out here teasing.
No, this was the original where he just calls. He's just breathing and making like messed up like noises on the other side. He's just scaring the crap out of him.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna say. I mean, he calls a lot. But I mean, I guess I'll say 7. I have no idea though.
Now I'm nervous for you. We're at 8 out of 15. We're past the halfway mark. Ah, it was 5. Why does it go away so
Bull crap,
fast?
dude. Heck am I gonna know how many times the killer?
That one was a tough one. All the girls in the extremely bloody Valentine film receive scary Valentine's Day cards from the mass killer except for which girl?
So Lily definitely does. Kate is the main character. Does Kate get a Valentine's card?
I don't know. Don't make me lie.
Let's no, because I think Paige gets one, and she thinks like at first she thinks it's her boyfriend's. I'm going to say Kelly.
All right. It was whatever number 4 was.
It was Kate. It was Kate. She was the main character too. But I thought, yeah, man, I messed that up. It's all good.
All right. So that's 2 losses, I think, in a row. Slasher movie icon Jamie Lee Curtis played which of the following characters in Halloween, The Fog, Prom Night, Terror Train, and Virus, respectively? Damn, she's in a lot of slasher films.
The first one.
All right, Laurie Strode, Elizabeth, Kim, Alana, and Kelly. That was correct. All right. Friday the 13th, the 1981, might not be considered one of the best movies of all time, but no one can deny that Jason Voorhees is one of the scariest slasher film characters ever. How many people did he murder in the first film?
0.
Yeah, because I think we established that it was the mom, so that's a good setup, but that should have came up first. All right, in the Child's Play film franchise, what is the name of the media that what is the name the media gives the serial killer who was possessing the Chucky doll?
I think it's the Lakeshore Strangler.
I was looking
Although
for
it might also
Chucky.
be the Long Island Ripper.
Yeah, I have no clue which one. I was like, none of these say Chucky.
Let's go Lakeshore Strangler. Lakeshore Strangler.
Lakeshore Strangler. Yep, that was correct. All right. In 1982 issue of Scientific America claimed that these 2 colors were the most clashing to the human eye. They also made up for the sweater that the legendary Nightmare on Elm Street killer Freddy Krueger wore.
Red and green.
Christmas colors, and that's clashing to the eyes? Okay. Which slasher film has
Yeah, that's why the street lights are that color.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
The easiest for us to see. Also, lasers on your gun, you'd realize they're always either red or green. They're the easiest to see.
Damn, that makes so much sense. Which slasher film has dominated at the box office and is now the highest grossing slasher film of all time?
Halloween 2019?
I would assume because of inflation. It was Halloween 2019, yeah. All right. The Babysitter Murders was the original title to what iconic slasher film before the film's producer suggested the title be changed to appeal to a bigger audience?
Halloween.
Well, that makes sense because he was murdering the babysitter. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Let me see. Let's see. Yep. That was. Wait. Was that correct? I didn't even see if it went green.
Yep.
All right. Where's our score? Oh, you gotta log in. Boo! We're not logging in. All right. Good job for
Well,
guessing.
I got two wrong. It's 13 out of 50. It was
Yeah.
13
Yeah.
out of 50.
We
I got
did.
two wrong. It was the one where Kate was the only one to not get Valentine. And how many times did the killer call on Black Christmas?
Yep. All right. Now before
Which
we
I only count myself getting one wrong. That one was stupid.
makes sense. Before we get into our topic number 4, do you have any gun line? Anybody going to the gun line today, boss?
You know, somebody should go to the gun line, and that's Drizzy Drake, man. I said it before. He got to shoot that man. He needs to drive down to L.A. or New York or wherever Kendrick is staying right now. He needs to shoot that man. That's the only way that he can get this back. I haven't even listened to his album. I have no desire to. I feel like I'm gonna have to make myself. But have you listened to his album yet?
No, but I heard on people on TikTok saying that it's just not relatable anymore. He's still talking about the clubs, parties, and the girls he dating getting kicked out their mom house. And he's like, hold up, why is the girl you dating still getting kicked out her mom house? How old is she? So that's all I got.
Look, man, he can't even release no music without people. Yeah, he gotta shoot that man. It has to be done. It has to be done. Take that. Yeah, that's it. He needs to be locked up for life because that's the only way he can get his life back.
That's the only way he can get his life back. All right, Drake, you're going to have to take Kendrick to the gun line and then take your ass to the gun line yourself. Terrible. All right, I got some. Topic number 4. Since it's Black History Month, I wanted to talk about Captain America, but it wouldn't make any sense for this episode. We've already done a horror theme, so I want to talk about horror movie recommendations that have some black people in it. Doesn't have to be the stars, as long as they don't die first when they're in the movie. So, do you have any horror movie recommendations for Black History Month? I have a few.
What I would say is Scream 2 has the best portrayal of black people probably in any horror movie.
Wrong. Halloween H2O. LL Cool. Wait, is that the LL Cool J one? Actually, Halloween H2O and Halloween
LL Cool J,
Resurrection.
he does nothing.
Sorry, he was
He
in
writes-
he was
he
in all
writes-
the marketing. He was like the Red Hawk of that movie. He was in
Yeah,
all the
but he
marketing.
does nothing, dude. Only thing he's doing is writing a smut book, and then he gets shot by somebody who's not even like shooting at him. He gets shot by accident. So
Yeah.
not LL Cool J.
All right, Halloween Resurrection. Obviously, it's got to be number 1.
That one sucked. Man, you got freaking Busta Rhymes freaking doing Taekwondo on Michael Myers.
What?
Get out of here. That was one of the worst representations of black people in horror movies.
No, he
Scream
survived.
2.
He survived. In case you weren't sure.
He does survive. But Scream
That's
2.
realistic representation. I mean, he probably would have had a gun, but at least
List
he
the
survived.
representation. So the cameraman, Courtney Cox's cameraman, he's telling her, "Hey, we need to leave. People are being murdered." She's like, "Oh, we got to do our job. We got to do it." So one more person get killed, and he just deuces. He comes back once all the killers are dead. He just shows up like, "All
I
right,
know
you ready
who
for me
you're
to film
talking
some
about,
stuff
too.
now that the
That's,
killers are dead?"
I forgot his name, but yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I think it's Dwayne Martin.
It is. He's the best and most realistic depiction of what a black person would do in a scary movie.
Yep.
Also, you got to give mention to Candyman.
Oh yeah.
Who's
Oh
the
yeah.
scariest. First of all,
I should have said that one
25 is
first.
probably the scariest. Yeah, he's probably the scariest real human.
Final Destination.
But also, Final Destination, yeah. But as a serial killer, a magical demon serial killer, oh my gosh, get out of here. He's terrifying.
All right, so look, Black History Month. You want to watch some horror movies? You got to watch Candyman, Scream 2. What else did we just say?
Tales from the Hood.
Tales from the Hood. Yes, Tales from the Hood.
Leprechaun in the Hood too. Leprechaun in the Hood.
Leprechaun in the Hood. Let me see. Do I have any other? Let me click through these photos. Let me see what I got. The Thing, and what's that other movie? Not The Thing. What's the joint where Keith David? Is this one right here? Keith David and Kurt Russell. They're fighting in the alleyway.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
That's The Thing. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking about the other movie with Roddy Piper. And I think Keith David are also fighting. They Came from Mars or something like that. I always wanted to watch that. I never saw that fight, that little movie. But yeah, The Thing, that's one of them. And that other movie that I can't remember. Let's see. Let's scroll through and see. I forgot what movie this one is. Tay Diggs. What? Let me go back to my list. What what
What
film
the
did I
heck
pick?
movie is that? With It Diggs?
Yeah, I'm about to check right now. Could be Anaconda because I picked up a whole bunch of them. So let's see.
Anaconda has two good depictions of black people. You got Ice Cube and you got Mark Chestnut.
So that's
And
either, it
like
doesn't tell me which one it is, but it's either Anaconda, Deep Blue Sea, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. It's one
that's
of those.
L Cool J. That's L Cool J. I still know what you did last summer. Well,
Was
who was that? Was that Omar Epps? And he kept trying to bang Brandy the whole
I
time.
was say I thought that was yeah, I would say Moesha, but yeah, Brandy. Let's see what
Uh,
else. I got some more
man,
movies
who the
for
heck
you.
was her boyfriend in that movie? No, 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 no. It was Makai Pfeiffer. It was Makai Pfeiffer.
Okay. Damn, why I thought Mekhi Phifer
It
was
was also
in.
really good in Dawn of the Dead with Ving Rhames as well.
Oh, yep, Vin Rames, Dawn of the Dead, good movie. So it's a lot of movies, folks. So I hope you're writing these down. Let me see what else we got. I believe this is that movie with the ghost. Let me see. I don't know what movie this one is. 13 Ghost. I remember 13 Ghost because 13 Ghost had boobies in it. So yeah, 13 Ghost. I don't remember if she's in it, but I just remember the boobies. So you can see it for that. We approve.
What's the one where Ali Larter is trying to bang Idris Elba, who's Beyonce's husband?
Oh, that is that's not a horror movie. That's a thriller. But
Or a
Obsessed.
thriller. It's a thriller.
Is that Obsessed? It's called Obsessed, right?
Something like that. It's something like that.
Yeah, it's like a one-word movie. Let's see what else we got. Oh, good. Taking it to the 2010s.
Oh,
Obviously,
Get
Get Out.
Out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anything with Jordan Peele. Anything with Jordan Peele.
Yeah, Get Out. Us. Attack the Block. That has John Boyega in it. That's more of a
Oh,
sci-fi. That's more of a
yeah.
sci-fi
It's
though.
a sci-fi.
Yeah,
I would call it a monster. I would call it a monster movie.
yeah. And then let's see what else it gives us. This is Nope. So another Jordan Peele. So he's killing it in the 2010s and 2020s. So we got Nope.
Yeah, he's got the new Candyman as well.
The Invitation
Us.
wasn't that good,
Us.
but it's good for Black History Month.
You seen Us, right?
Yep, I saw Us. Barbarian, that was
What's
good.
the one? What's the one? And this is also a thriller, not really a horror movie. What's the one where that black girl's married to that white dude, and they move in next to Samuel L. Jackson, and he's just like this super racist.
Sunset Drive, something like. It's made by Will Smith's company.
Lake Terrace Boulevard or something
Yeah,
like
Lake
that. It's like
Terrace
Terrace
Boulevard.
Boulevard.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that movie.
Yeah,
That's a good one too.
that's also
More of a thriller,
that's
but
also,
definitely a good one.
yeah.
All right, that's it for my recommendations. I'm all out. I'm sure there's many more, but yes, we gave you a list of movies you can check out. And as always, any final thoughts before I let you go?
Man, that's it for me, man. I don't have to get in my Jordan Peele bag.
Yeah, I gave us, like I said, a lot of movies to choose from. So anyway, if you want to hear your topic or your movie suggestion on next week's show, be sure to follow us on any of those social media platforms. You can use like hashtag TNT.
Out of 50 and a slasher quiz. I'm bragging to my wife.
Oh,
And one of the questions was bull crap.
and we'll see you next week. Same
Really?
black time.